here with Jackie, and she works at Repo Records in Philly. And I found a Slayer patch that I like.
Off to a good start.
Yes, and we saw a Mastodon poster and of Emperor Sand. And what did you say? Who did the Leviathan artwork?
Yeah, fun fact, one of the artists that does some of Mastodon's album covers actually lives in Philly.
That's so
Paul
cool.
Romano.
Yeah,
Yeah, did
interesting.
the Leviathan album cover.
Yeah, amazing. One really just cool art. Really
Yeah.
good stuff.
All right, so what's the history of this place? Like, what's something you want to say?
So Repo started in 1986 in Wayne, Pennsylvania, which is about half an hour away. A second location opened up in the 90s in Bryn Mawr, and then South Street, our first location, was actually right up the block. That opened in 98. So this is the fourth location of Repo, and we've been in here for about 5 years.
You've been here how long, Repo?
Me personally,
Yes,
9 years this September.
It's definitely a cool place to work, yeah.
Yeah.
So Philly's a not interesting town. With actually the interest of this place, I mean, do you see a lot of people buying more vinyls now because
Yeah,
the vinyl
definitely.
revolution been going on for quite some time now?
Yeah,
Not
it's
less
funny.
CDs.
A lot of people come in and they're shocked that vinyl is selling, and for us, it's been like a major upswing, probably the past 10, 12 years.
That's our choice. I mean, vinyl. I grew up with vinyl, and then there was obviously cassettes. Now you don't have any cassettes.
We do actually.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Wait, you do?
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't see
What are some of the
anything
bands? Some of the interesting that we should tell Jack. Maybe Jackie knows this, but some of the bands that are reissuing actually their old albums on cassette.
All right. Well, a band called Kill or Be Killed. They put out the latest album, Lux and Zero, on cassette. Testament put Times of Creation on cassette.
Exodus.
Persona on Guard on cassette. There's a lot of bands.
Maiden,
Yeah, Iron Maiden, but cassettes are trying to make a comeback. But who has a cassette?
Yeah, Jackie,
player
do you have a
anymore?
cassette player for sale? Because where are we going to buy a cassette player?
We've been selling like Walkman.
Have you? Yeah, and those are actually. I remember.
They sell really well.
I remember my mom buying one of those in Japan when she was there in the 80s and bringing back this thing called a cassette, a Walkman. Cassette was really like an alien type of artifact.
Yeah.
But this is an awesome place. We're looking forward to doing a little looking around here and picking something up while we're here in Philadelphia, right?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for talking to us,
Yeah,
Jack. We
no
really
problem.
appreciate you.
Thanks for
Hey,
coming
thanks for talking about the Mastodon art too. We didn't know about that. Paul Romano. Who knew?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
All right, we're here with Christopher at Vinyl Altar in Philly, and I have to tell you, we came into a gem of a place. And these places are few and far between. If you find one, you're lucky. A place that really represents metal, heavy metal, and just about everything, every name you can imagine in metal, they have it here. Christopher, thank you for having us for a minute. We're here. Hey, you want to ask Christopher a question? A question to ask him?
All right. So here, like, what has been selling the most? Vinyl, CDs, or cassettes?
They all sell on their own same level. They're collected by different people, sometimes the same people. So I couldn't say really more one than the other, but vinyl, we're called Vinyl Altar, so I push vinyl more than I do cassettes and CDs. So I would say vinyl sells more for me because that's my interest.
The vinyl,
But we do sell CDs and
Action figures.
quite a collection. I mean, the vinyl kind of resurgence of vinyl has happened over how many years now? It just don't really know why, but it just I grew up with vinyl, and Alaric,
I'm growing up with vinyl.
maybe you grow up with vinyl now too. But yeah, so you're seeing that there are people still buying cassettes, and you're seeing some cassettes.
cassettes are still bought. It's a mix. There's people that use them and play them, and then there's a lot of people that just collect them because they're just a nice compact, It's just small enough. It's got the artwork. You can put it in your corporate office in your cubicle, and it's not offending anybody that much. You know what I mean?
I remember loving cassettes as a kid because once we went through, obviously vinyl and then cassettes before there were CDs. We loved the compact feel of a cassette. But yeah, so the history of this place. I mean, we just stumbled upon you. We're so happy to be here. What's the little history of it?
So we've been in like this since 2014. There's actually another shop located within it, 2 other businesses located on the other side, but we share the same retail space.
Great space.
There was a record store here for, 10 plus years before that, different owners, different everything, but so there's been a music store here in this spot. So we kind of came into where people knew there was a record store, but we revitalized it and our emphasis on hard rock, heavy metal, because nobody was doing just that.
That's what we find so special about this
That's
place.
what I love so much about this.
Yeah, we come in here, people like Alaric and myself just go crazy. There's so much.
Yeah, and something not about this place, they're playing some extreme death metal bands, and it's like, I'll give you $10 if you can translate one word this guy said. Well, I don't know, but you can probably hear
Well, that's fun. What do you have in your hand there, by the way?
Oh, I got a King Diamond action
one place you can find a King Diamond action figure. But they have a ton of, not just vinyl, but they have everything. CDs, cassettes, vinyl, and you have books. I mean, you have an altar of our deceased, of some of our heroes, some of our favorite people, Cliff Burton, Metallica, Jeff Hanneman, Slayer, Randy Rhoads,
Tonight in Philly, there's a tribute to Death
is that
show,
right?
and Chuck Shoulder there.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Well, we're obviously in a working space here. It's an actual living, breathing, working place. So we're
You
gonna
can take a shot. My shirt here is
yeah.
actually designed by Jody Chai, who plays Grandma for King Diamond.
Oh, wow.
Who has for like 20 years or so. Sorry, Jody, if I'm off on the years, but she's been a live stage performer with King Diamond.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
For I think like 20 years or so. I might be off my numbers, but so she designed our Karen shirt for us because I felt like, well, what a better metal person.
Are you selling those here?
We do sell these.
Well,
you have to cut your own sleeves off.
That's
though.
fine. I'll have to
I
pick
sell
it
them with
up.
sleeves on them. This is just mine. It's hot. But she's a graphic artist and does
Wow, that's amazing.
a lot of art for different stuff, and currently lives in Philadelphia. So we're lucky enough to have her locally that I can go bug her.
Yeah.
Wow, we're so grateful.
I was watching a King Diamond's concert on digitally, and then I saw that there's this old person, an old woman on stage. I'm like, who is that? It's King Diamond's grandma.
That's her grandma. Well, that's Jody. She's wearing a mask and wig, but that's Jody.
Alaric, I didn't even know you knew that. That's
He's
amazing.
currently touring as Merciful Fate.
Yeah, and Joey Barrow, right, the bassist from Armored Saint, Fates Warning. When I realized he was in Personal Fate, I was really blown away. Joey's a great guy. Got to meet him not too long ago in Atlanta. But we're so happy in Philly. If you're in Philadelphia, you have to come to Vinyl Altar. Christopher's your guy. He's got everything. It's just a place for a connoisseur metalhead. Rock on, y'all. Thanks, Christopher.
Thanks for checking us out.
Cheers. Thank you.
Have a good one.
That was
Shopping at Vinyl Altar, we found numerous things. We found a Abigail King Diamond's album, his Essential King Diamond's album. We also found a King Diamond action figure, and we found the Repentless Killing Slayer DVD.
Yeah, and they also make these really cool stickers and all kind of just in-house, made in-house, real special to the place. So if you come to Philly, definitely come to Vinyl Altar. And what was, the artwork's really cool too.
King Diamond's grandma did that artwork, so which is nuts.
Yeah, amazing. So come out, see Christopher at Vinyl Altar. All your heavy metal needs will be met. So definitely do it.